Let me get your take, Roland, on something else that's getting a lot of attention today. You had Rush Limbaugh basically throwing down the gauntlet, pretty much challenging the president to a duel. Listen to what he said.
So let's have the debate. I am offering President Obama to come on this program without staffers, without a teleprompter, without note cards, to debate me on the issues. Let's talk about free markets versus government control. Let's talk about nationalizing health care and raising taxes on small business.
So, Roland, what do you think?
2 words, who cares? Rush Limbaugh's a radio talk show host. I hosted a 3-hour radio show in Chicago. I try to challenge the mayor of Chicago all the time to come on the radio show. That's what we do. The bottom line is the president's not going to do it. This is not like during the Clinton administration when you had Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich, who was challenging President Bill Clinton to talk about policy. He's a radio talk show host. He's an entertainer. The bottom line is Rush is driving up his ratings. It might sound nice and cute. We can keep talking about it,
right,
but he's absolutely irrelevant when it comes to policy.
Tony, we know you're a Rush fan, but explain to us, again, why this helps the Republican Party.
Well, actually, I think this story has taken a different twist today with the Politico story, presumably sourced by the White House or by Campbell or Blankley. Somebody with the Politico story said that this has been a project to demonize, and that was the word that was used in the Politico story, to demonize.
That's not a news story.
It was a news story, Politico. You had quotes from the chief of staff to the president of the United States saying they've been waiting to try to get him and demonize him. You have the president's own words a week or 2 ago when he talked about people should stop watching him. If this were a Republican administration, if Karl Rove were being quoted trying to demonize a prominent Democratic liberal, I think you'd have a scandal on your hands.
Well,
and then going out in Politico and bragging about it strikes me as
But Tony's right. I mean, there's no question Democrats are pushing the story. Oh, yeah.
They've been demonizing Rush for 10 years. This is not new.
Well,
there's no doubt
Politico thought it was big enough to be the biggest news story of the day. You have quotes from Rahm Emanuel himself talking about the intent to demonize a very prominent private citizen, Rush Limbaugh. I don't think that's a giggling story.
All right,
no, there's no doubt.
Last word.
There's no doubt that this works for the Democrats, or Rahm Emanuel wouldn't have come out last Sunday and talked about Rush Limbaugh being the de facto leader of the Republican Party. They're trying to point to the vacuum of leadership at the top of the Republican Party, which happens to any party when it's out of power and doesn't have the presidency.
This is much closer to the Nixon enemies list than it is to a giggling.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Tony,
I don't believe the media would cover the story the same way.
Tony, Republicans demonize the New York Times.
Guys, got to end it there.
Republicans demonize the New York Times. Democrats demonize Rush. That's what they do.
And on that note, thank you, Roland, Tony, Gloria. Appreciate it.